another story that's coming in. This is with regards to the former Chief Justice of India. So the Supreme Court administration has written to the centre seeking the official Chief Justice residence, that is 5 Krishna Menon Marg, be urgently vacated and returned to the court's housing pool. So the SC administration has noted that Justice Chandrachud has stayed beyond the permissible period. Now, Justice Chandrachud's version in this story is that he has 2 adopted daughters with severe comorbidities and rare genetic problems. They are wheelchair bound. So he was looking for a wheelchair accessible residence, which house is now ready. And it's just a matter of a few days before he shifts there. His luggage is packed. He also goes on to say that he had discussed his problems with the CJIs and the officers of the Supreme Court. So we are getting you both sides of the story. Number one, this is unprecedented that the Supreme Court administration has officially moved to seek repossession of the former Chief Justice of India's bungalow. The Chief Justice of India, the former Chief Justice of India, Justice Chandrachud, has put out his version as well. To get us the latest on the same, let me go across to Harish, who will break down all the details. There is a letter from July 1st, which the Supreme Court administration has written to the Union government. First, Harish, tell us about the letter, the contents of that very letter, and then also take us through the version of the former Chief Justice of India.
Yes, that's right. Quite unprecedented Supreme Court administration under the present Chief Justice V.R. Govt. He has accused former Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, who retired on November 10th, 2024, that is last year, of overstaying in his official residence 5 Krishna Menon Marg, and has written to the Minister of Home and Urban Affairs to urgently get it vacated. As you rightly said, it's as per a July 1 letter issued by the Supreme Court. It says, I am to request you to take the possession of Bungalow number 5, Krishna Menon Marg, from Honorable Justice D.Y. Chandrachud without any further delay, as not only the permission that was granted for retention has expired on 31st May 2025, but also the period of maximum 6 months provided under Rule 3B of the 2022 rules has also expired on 10th May 2025. This is the letter to the MOHUA, the Urban Affairs Ministry. So thereby, Supreme Court administration noting that Justice Chandrachud has clearly stayed beyond his permissible period. When Times Now tried to contact Justice Chandrachud, his office has said that it is reminded that remember that he has 2 adopted daughters with severe comorbidities and a rare genetic problem. They are wheelchair bound. So he was looking for a wheelchair accessible residence.
Okay.
The house is now ready. It's just a matter of few days before he shifts, and even the luggage is all packed up. And he also says that he has discussed his problems with the Chief Justices, subsequent Chief Justices Sanjeev Khanna and Justice V.R. Govt, and officers of the Supreme Court had been duly informed.
Okay.
So, yes, the source has told Times Now that since Justice Sanjeev Khanna, who later became Chief Justice, was not occupying the official residence, Justice Chandrachud was allowed to stay at the residence till April 30, after which he was allotted an alternative accommodation, but it required a lot of repair and was not wheelchair accessible for his adopted daughters, and both his differently abled adopted daughters were wheelchair bound. And when Chief Justice Chandrachud urged then Chief Justice Sanjeev Khanna to give an extension, he said an extension can be considered, but he heard nothing in this regard from the new Chief Justice. So in a letter to Supreme Court, Chandrachud has said that although he had been allotted Bungalow number 14 on Tughlaq Road in accordance with Rule 3B of the Supreme Court Judges Amendment Rules, renovation work at the new residence had been stalled due to pollution-related construction restrictions. So now the house is ready, and anytime soon he will be shifting to the residence. And all the Chief Justices and Supreme Court administration was being updated from time to time.
So Harish, one would then ask, now that we have the version of Team Justice Chandrachud and sources, what the sources in his office have told you, one would ask that if there was a constant communication between the Supreme Court administration and Justice Chandrachud, then why did the Supreme Court administration take this unprecedented step of sorts where it officially went in, it moved, it wrote to the government seeking the repossession of the bungalow?
Yes, that's right. Even Chandrachud, Justice Chandrachud office said that even the former Chief Justice, the renowned former Chief Justice, was himself surprised that such a letter has been shot off from the Supreme Court, despite the Supreme Court, which is under Chief Justice B.R. Govt at this moment being apprised of his situation, the very compelling circumstances, compelling personal reasons about which subsequent Chief Justices and the Supreme Court administration was fully informed. That is, that his two wheelchair-bound adopted daughters required special setup, and they had very rare genetic problems and severe comorbidities, and that is why he has sought an extension. That is why the delay. And Chief Justice Chandrachud himself, according to sources, is very surprised that the Supreme Court administration has returned to the Ministry of Home Affairs and Ministry of Housing and Urban.
This is a letter, Harish, that was written on the 1st of July. You have spoken to sources in Justice Chandrachud's team. What have they told us? Let's also break that down for our viewers, because Harish has got us both sides of the story. So sources in Justice Chandrachud's office have told Times Now's Harish that it is just a matter of few days before he moves out. The luggage is packed. What else did they say? So the office of Justice Chandrachud has attributed this particular delay to personal circumstances about which they say that the Supreme Court administration was fully informed and updated. They also clarified that Justice Chandrachud had already been allotted an alternate accommodation by the government on rent for a limited period, and he was only waiting for it to be made livable after years of misuse. I beg your pardon, of disuse. Now, the PWD has almost completed the repair renovation work, and then they go on to say that it's only a matter of few days before he takes his luggage, before all the luggage is packed up. Now, sources are also adding that since Justice Khanna, who later became the CJI, was not occupying the official residence, Justice Chandrachud was allowed to stay on in the residence till April 30th, after which he was allotted an alternate accommodation, but it required a lot of repair and was not wheelchair accessible, and both his differently abled adopted daughters were wheelchair bound. Then Justice Chandrachud, I beg your pardon, urged Justice Khanna to give an extension. He said that an extension can be considered, but he heard nothing in this regard from the new CJI. So we have these versions that are coming in. One, there is a letter from the 1st of July, and now we have the version of Justice Chandrachud, from Justice Chandrachud's office. With that, it's time now, viewers, for us to take a short break.